Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. It has been just a little while and I do apologise. I did put a comment or a post up on the channel saying that 2 weeks ago I didn't record for a week because it was half term and it was chaos trying to look after a child and deal with everything else going on, and then trying to find time to record just wasn't really feasible. The last week I don't really have much of an excuse. I've just been quite tired and quite busy with work, so we just haven't really got round to it, I'm afraid. But we are back today. This video will hopefully be out sort of Tuesday or Wednesday, so a little over 2 weeks since the last video. So yeah, apologies, but there we are. I am back though. So we've got a few things to take care of in Space Engineers. We've got lots of things to take care of in Space Engineers. I'm just going to grab this unknown signal now that I've seen it pop up. I was looking at some of your comments about the grinder ship, and it seems like I maybe did something a little bit wrong with that. We can talk about that in a moment. We have the Morel's Hope to go and grind down at some point. That has to be done. We have the two, I can't remember what they're called now, LCE, is it? Yeah, LCE locations to go and explore and see if they also just attack us on site. I didn't check the, I didn't even see if it had cargo. I think I just ground up some cargo there. No matter, it's not the end of the world. Let's just get rid of all of these little bits. There's a bit just there. There we go, 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 there we go. Excellent. Head back to base. Awesome. So yes, let's pop back and look at the grinder. What other things we need to do? We need to look at the drill, because that is currently drilling nothing at all, which is not much good to anyone. And we did talk about maybe just seeing if we could, now that it is fully extended at the top, if we can just rotate it even further around. If we just go up, yeah, that might work. Might work, might work. We need to tidy up the base as well, is the other thing we really need to do. We need to make it look like an actual base. Maybe get some more assemblers, some more refineries in. Though I don't think we're really refining much at the moment, are we? I will probably hit lots of things wrong in terms of controls today, because it's been a little while since I played. How do you use it? Oh, there we go. So I immediately forgot how to just drop stuff into the storage. So yes, if we have a little look at the grinder ship then. So the grinders are connected to these converters. The converters are connected to a converter that sits behind the cockpit. And then that feeds into the storage. What you have very helpfully pointed out is that that probably isn't going to do a lot of good, because the converters are connected via small ports, which is fine, but doesn't let everything pass through the small port. So as these are grinding things up, they are probably going to go absolutely, well, some bits are not going to go anywhere. I think the grinders have a little bit of storage in them, if I recall, but not a lot. And so anything else you grind down, how can I not jump up there? Anything else you grind down is just going to be sort of wasted materials, and it's going to just get, I don't know if it gets destroyed or left behind or what. So we need to change all of this. I'm not going to do that now, but what we'll probably do is just get rid of all of this front bit, cockpit included, then put a junction in, then stick the cockpit on the front of that, and off the junction, if we're going to have room for that actually, is the, get up there, is the question. Because if we have a junction there, oh no, it should be okay. We should be okay, yeah. If we have a junction and then like a junction or a T or an S or whatever, piece coming off, we should be able to connect those up with large scale connectors, which will hopefully mean that that works better. So we need to do that. That's something we need to do. And there is also another base thing over here somewhere. What's the thing? Yeah, the spin station, which is 34 kilometers away, that we need to think about maybe trying to look at some point. We also, of course, have our ship over there that we need to get. The easiest way people have said to do that is, rather than thinking about trying to repair it and bring it back, is just to get a ship which is capable of lifting it and bringing it back. So maybe we'll do that first, just so we can have that back here. Yeah, this is definitely destroying a little bit of our base, isn't it? That'll be the down thrusters there that don't have quite enough space to not destroy things when we come down, which isn't ideal, but we could maybe put like a little scallop in there or something to try and stop that happening. So maybe we'll look at changing the grinder to be a bit of a recovery ship then. So if we do 789, we just bring this up just a fraction. That's probably too much. What's down? C? I'm forgetting all the buttons. Just pop that there. So if we want to put like we don't want to put the landing gear too far back, or not a landing gear. What do we want? Probably like a mag plate. And I think if you put a landing gear, I think you can lock it in, can't you? So we don't want to put it at the back because that's where all these engines are, and that's just going to destroy everything. So let's try and think about how we're going to do that off of this then. So if we just put like cannot withdraw. Is there a reason? I don't know. I remember this happening last time. Whoops. But I can't remember if we figured out why that isn't connected. Oh, it's because it's got the sorter there. Ah, that's okay then. We know why that's happening. It's got the sorter there to pull all the stuff out, which is absolutely fine. And that's obviously stopping us from dragging materials this way. So let's put a couple of blocks there. And then maybe like a block there. And then we need a landing gear. And if we pop that one there, and then if we... I'm going to weld these up. They're not necessary, but I also don't want it exploding in the middle of nothing. Let's grab that. Run over here. Grab this. Run back over here. There. So if we pop into this now, and what we're going to do first of all is just connect it back. Oh, we can't connect it back up. Okay, so let's... have a look at this. So I think if we put the landing gear down here, lock and unlock. Yes, we can lock and unlock it. So if we press 5, that is not locked. Because it's now unlocked. So if we come down, so it locks automatically and then we can't go up. Okay, so let's give this a go then. So let's unlock it. And then start heading off towards the trapdoor. This is going to be the first thing that we're going to do. Our little introduction back into Space Engineers after a bit of time. We also need to give the grinder a better name rather than just calling it the grinder. And we need to colour it up a little bit as well. So let's go see if we can recover the original trapjaw, the trapjaw OG. Bring it back to base so we can start thinking about emptying it and grinding it down. And then I think we'll probably just do, we'll have a nice gentle introduction, a nice gentle journey back into Space Engineers, and maybe we'll just try doing a little bit of base designs, making it look like a base rather than the platform as it currently is. It's not really a home at the moment, is it? It's just like a working platform where we can do stuff. I'm assuming this is Morel's Hope, yes. Okie dokie. Did I put those back to normal? There we go. Alright, so how's everyone been? How has your last 2 weeks been for you? Has everyone had a fantastic time? Did everyone go and see lots of fireworks displays? All that sort of stuff? I, of course, had to take my 5-year-old to a little fireworks display. I could turn the dampeners off, couldn't I? And just leave that coasting a little bit. Although then we go down, so we'll have to put ourselves up a little bit. Just save a little bit of our power. Yes, unfortunately, my daughter, it turns out, has been learning all about fireworks displays and everything in school, which is lovely. I love that. But then she was very disappointed. The fireworks display we went to was in a rugby ground, so they didn't have a bonfire. I'm guessing because they didn't want to, set fire to their rugby ground or any of the surrounding fields, because they use it for training and the such like. So she was very disappointed when she found out there was not going to be a bonfire there, and we couldn't watch a Guy Fawkes get burnt on top of it. Yeah, a bit gruesome when you think about it as an adult, but for kids it's the greatest thing in the world. So we're getting close. We're going to start slowing down a little bit. And we want to try and grab this. Now this should, I think, this will have the thrust to carry it. And we want to try and grab it right at the back. Let's move the camera around, which I remembered the button for. Go me. And if we can just get it... I don't know if it needs to be, like, flush to it. I don't know exactly how this works. It's locked. We've picked it up. Everything seems pretty happy. Excellent. We are a lot slower at turning, which is fine. Let's not smash the trapjaw into the ground. Let's bring this back to base. Oh, I did. I was turning off the dampeners to save the thing, but I can just turn off the rear thrusters, can't I? I forgot I did that. Right, let's just have a little look at this. How ridiculous does this look? Quite ridiculous, but it works. The trapjaw is actually very large, isn't it? Like, I thought this was quite a large ship, the one that we built, just because it's got so many engines and everything on, but the trapjaw is like as wide as it is. I suppose that's because we added all the extra armor bits on to make it look somewhat decent, which is, you know, a matter of opinion, really, isn't it? Right, let's carry this flaming wreck back home. Yeah, the cockpit view is a bit wasted at the moment, isn't it? Oh well. Right, let's get this home then. We are 1 kilometer from our base, so let's re-engage our forward-facing thrusters. So we can start slowing down a little bit. We'll ease our way into the base. And then we'll slap the trapjaw down somewhere. Try not to hit the windmill, the turbine on the way in. And I want the trapjaw to just sort of be in the middle, ideally. And let's just see where that is. Let's bring that in. I don't want it to be over the ladder stairs, because that could be problematic. So let's try and get it about there-ish, I think. A little bit further forward. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it over. Bring it down. And then if we unlock the landing gear, whoop, there that goes. And then we need to pop out of this. We need to get our grinder and get rid of the landing gear now. We no longer need that. It's just a temporary addition. And then let's pop back into this and land this. Oh, so much speedier without that. Land this back on the pad. I cannot tell where I am. My spatial awareness is pretty, or its rotation is terrible in this ship. Needs more gyros. Right, let's bring it down. There we go. Bring it down, bring it over the other way. It's all reversed because I'm looking backwards, which confuses my tiny little brain. Is that good? Yep, that's good. 987. Excellent. Well, job 1 done. So what we need now is we need access to the storage, which is just there. Is there an easy way of just grabbing everything out of this, I wonder? I don't think there is there? I think we sort of very much manually have to do it. So let's get this emptied. And then we need to start. These are very heavy. I can grab in 25. Oh, am I even dropping them in? I'm not even dropping them in, am I? Ah, because that one is full. So we need to get that one empty before we can move anything else around. So let's find our large... If we just look for cargo, there's the drill rig one. Grinder. Large industrial, oh, those are the ones which probably haven't been built. This one here is the one we want. So if we just drop, not you, if we just drop like everything into this, free up loads of space. We don't need any of this necessarily in this one. I only really want the paint gun and stuff there, just so that it's in a nice accessible one. Get rid of this, not the paint gun. Right, so that's basically emptied it out. It's got 13 kilos in it now. So if we now do this, still won't drop stuff in there. Is that because it doesn't do ammo as part of its sort of automated drop-off, I wonder? I don't know. Right, anyway, I'm going to get this emptied. Alright, that has been emptied, so we can now start just grinding this down. Picking up all this stuff as we go, pressing the wrong button, because I'm a clumsy oaf.
Inventory full.
And then we can get rid of all of this stuff that I spent so long putting together and building. I suppose we could get the grinder ship to do it, couldn't we? There is a bit of a risk of us going through the base, I suppose, if we do that, which is the reason not to do that.
Inventory full.
Hopefully it won't take too long just to smash through all these bits. The engines are a bit of a pain just because they are bigger. And then all these little annoying bits have to be individually ground down. Individually ground down. So I guess I'll maybe do this off camera. I suppose I don't really necessarily have to do it all now. It'd be nice just to clear it up. Oh, we broke a bit. I just took a bit of the base out. Yep, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I took another bit of the base out. Oh no, that is still the ship. That's the bottom of the ship, so that's absolutely fine. If we get rid of... If we just try and go for like the big components, I suppose. If we leave a little bit of steel lying around. Oh, hello, extra gyro that is hidden in there. The batteries, yes, we know we'll lose some of the power cells when we grind them down, but hey diddly ho, not the end of the world.
Inventory full.
Oh, and now I've just got myself stuck in a hole. There we go.
Inventory full.
Oh, we lost another gyro.
Inventory full.
Oh, we're not quite close enough. Oh, there we go.
Inventory full.
That didn't take long. So that's most of the bigger bits gone. Got another battery there. Got a bit more of an engine. Is there any other big components we need to sort of think about? Or the guns, or well, what's left of the guns? Let's get rid of this so it's just not on fire on our base. Oh, we had lots of stuff in the cockpit. Didn't think to check the cockpit storage. I suppose what I could have done would be to actually connected it to the base. I don't really need to do that. I need to do that. I'm saying that I did need to do that because we need to move those in manually. Need to move those in manually. We can't. Large. There you are. Is there something else on fire? And is that the other guns? There we go. So I think that is most of the large... I'd like to get rid of that camera, but I can't reach it, so I'm just going to leave it. That's all the large components. It just leaves the sort of shell behind now, doesn't it? Which is fine. Let's drop that in there. We can worry about that at another point. At least the large components are gone. So, let's have a little look at how we've set this up, I suppose. I'm trying to think... I did put on like a copy... Is it Alt-C? No. Oh, I can't remember. There was a button I put to copy down whatever you're looking at. Is it just because I wasn't close enough to it? I don't know, I can't remember what the control is for it. No matter. I'm pretty sure there's another upgrade slot on the bottom of that we could look to put another speed module on, which would be nice. Would be nice. We also just need some walls and stuff, really, don't we? And some little doors and stuff to get up here. That's what we want, really. So let's start with, you know what, let's find a nice empty... There's not going to be an empty toolbar. I'm living in hope. This is what we used to do... What did we use all those glass bits for? Genuinely no idea. Genuinely no idea. But let's use this toolbar. So I would like a door, which I'm assuming is just called a door. What do we have here? We've got lots of different door types there, so let's pop those in there. A slide-in door for whatever that is. Blast doors, I don't need blast doors. Don't need corridor doors. Lab doors, I don't think we want lab doors. Offset doors, I don't know, maybe. Maybe they're all in the group there anyway. So we have... If I just go over here and just... Yeah, so at least we can do that. So why is this not snapping? Why is this not snapping? That one snaps. Is it just a different grid size, that one that I had there? So I quite like that one. Although it doesn't look like I can put it... What does it look like on the other side? So if I spin that around, if I remember how we spin stuff around, there we go. But I can't put that on that block. That's probably because of the lights on it more than anything. But that looks alright. What else we got? We've got this one, which also does not want to snap. And then we've got this group here. So we've got this very standard door. This one's a corridor door. That's the offset one that we were already looking at. A sliding hatch door, which has got a door... There it is. Well, kind of like that, you know. I suppose that's more for inside a ship than a base, though, isn't it? Got this Behemoth here. A narrow door. I don't want a narrow door. Corridor, round, lab door, sliding door, and offset door. I think it's the offset door we want. So let's get rid of these lights temporarily. And then we should be able... Yeah, to pop that one down there. So if we pop that one down there, and I'm just going to start building these up as we go. Just to give me an idea of how this is all going to look. Because we're going to need to put walls and stuff around this as well. Yeah, okay. So then if we wanted some form of wall to go around that, what would that look? Let's get rid of that, and that. So we've got interior walls. If I just do a search for walls, window wall. Oh, I like the idea of a window going along somewhere. Maybe not over by these, but on the other sides maybe. Angled interior walls. Cover walls we don't want. I kind of like the angled interior walls, I think. Let's pop those two down there. We've got just general interior walls, which look like they've got the angles in anyway. So let's get rid of that and pop that in there. Inset walls. I don't know if they are part of this. Looks like they... yes, they are. Inset wall, corner, diagonal, sci-fi interior wall. But we don't have any of the fancy bits for the sci-fi ones. So we've got these ones here. Now I think I do want that door rotated the other way for this. But let's just have a little think about this. What other ones do we have? So there's the sci-fi interior. There's a Pipeworks one, which I do quite like actually. Pipeworks, another one. Angled interior wall. Do you know, I quite like that. So the only thing with that is you couldn't really build a wall on top of it. It'd have to be a half block on top, wouldn't it? Probably not that one. You've got an inset wall like that. Inset wall with a light. Inset wall with a pillar. Corner. Diagonal. We probably want to use, as much as I like the angled ones, we probably want to use some of the inset walls purely because then we've got the corner pieces and everything to work with. So we've got that one, and that one. So let's put a light on either side. I think that makes sense. Oh, and the sun's going down. I did build a cryopod. This is something we're going to want light for, so I might have a sleep when it comes to it. Did I not? I would like to build that. I would like to get the stuff from there. Thank you. So that's how it would look inside, which looks fine. But if we come out here... No, I kind of like having that. I don't want the door right at the base of the stairs. So I think that looks pretty good, actually. I think that looks pretty good. And we've got the two lights there as well, which I assume are controllable. Let's have a little look. Control panel, light, inset wall light, Yes, they are very much controllable. So one of them should now be blue. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to want. So let's get some more walls down. We probably want an inset wall standard, or do we want the pillars? Let's just do some standard ones, I think. Interior plates. Give me interior plates. Thank you. So how many are we going to want in between lights? 2? If we do 2 light, 1, 2 light, corner, light. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, light, corner, light. And then, oh, I have to get rid of the lights on the, oh no, I don't want them on the walkway. I want them going there, don't I? Hang on a second then. So light, 1, 2, light, something. Oh, then we've got one door in the corner. Oh, hold on. How we get, can you have a corner door? How are we going to have that done? How are we going to work that in? Right, I do need to disappear from it because my cat has made an appearance for the first time all day. So I need to go and feed her because she will probably be very hungry and very moany. So I'll be back in a moment. She has been fed and is happily scoffing her face. Let's get rid of these ones for a second. Go back over here. So we don't really have any corner doors, do we? Of any form, which is a bit of a shame. I might just have to get rid of all of the ground lights. Because they are obviously going to cause... Not those so much, I suppose. So we want the door to be... What are we going to want here? If we pop back over here, we probably want the same sort of door. We probably want it to go... How is this going to work? How is this going to work? I might need to move this, I think. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So I would like this to be a little self-contained area. So I think we might need to move this inside. I think that's what we'll do. We are still going to need a door going out there, which is going to be a problem. We might need to put an extra block down here, maybe, and put the door here. So if we put the door... Oh, I've got no bits for it. So if we put the door here, and then we're going to want, if we come here, we've got the inset wall, inset wall, inset wall pillar, inset wall corner. Oh, that's an internal. I want an, yeah, that I want the inverted. Whoop. I guess I want it like that, but I don't know how that's going to look. I say I wouldn't mind it like that, but that's not really going to work, is it? Because then how would the other walls connect to it? That would have to be... So let's go with this one. So that's where that's going to go. Let's see if we can get this built up just to see how it looks. Not incredible, but I like that there's a little bit of distinction there to show that it's a corner. Obviously that blocks off that side, so we will need an additional path going around there, which is fine. So then we've got What were we doing? We were doing just like these ones, weren't we? Yes. So we've got light, 1, 2. We say 3 light, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works. 1, 2, 3. Interior wall light. Okay. So hang on a second. So that I might need to. I can't remember where the lights are. So we've got inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, inset wall light, and then inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, and then no lights. I think that's fine. I think we'll just live with it. If we need extra lights, then we'll put extra lights somewhere. So the standard inset wall would go... Quite how you managed to do that, I don't know. 1, 2, 3 light. And then 1, 2, 3... now here we've hit a problem that our cryo... Oh, hello. We've hit another problem. That our cryo tube is there. So we might need to move our cryo tube somewhere else. Which is probably absolutely fine.
Inventory.
But let's get that gone. And I've completely forgotten where we got to with this. So inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, light. Inset wall, inset wall, inset wall. So we've got another 3. Having a light there. I probably want the light there, but then it's going to... Because that's where our sort of path is, if you like. But then that's not in the path either, is it? He says again, trying to think about how to make things work and not doing a very good job. Yeah. It works there because we've got the 2 lights either side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Corner piece. And then 1, 2, 3. So what if we put a light next to the door and then 1, 2, 3. No. And then light. Okay, yeah. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. We'll put a light next to the door because that's what we did before. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we'll put a light there and a light there. So it's either side of this because that matches what we've got over there, doesn't it? So inset wall, light, inset wall, light, inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, inset wall, inset wall. Doesn't really matter so much here. Inset wall, inverted corner. Wherever I can see you're going to go. There. And then we don't really want lights behind these so much, so I'm not at all worried about that. I do just need to make sure these are oriented the right way. And then we're going to want a light there. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello. Oh, this has proven to be a lot more problematic than I originally imagined, because that sticks out. Maybe we need to move our whole refinery down, because they are very much in the way. That's a huge amount of stuff to move. Is it the same over here? No, we're okay here. So I think we're going to need to move our whole refinery, which is a pain unto itself, but hey diddly ho, worse things happen at sea, right? So let's leave that aside for now. We're just going to ignore it. So we've got 1, 2, 3 lights. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, then an inverted corner. And then 1, 2, 3. I might just go the full way along this, then do light, light. Because I'm going to want a door there. And then 1, 2, 3. And I'm not going to worry about behind the refinery as of yet. But we do want the door in here. Why won't you go there? Because I don't have the steel plate. Silly Trapjaw, what are you still doing there? Why haven't I got rid of you yet? Still need steel plate. There we go. So we'd put you down there. And that's the base. This is the base of our base. Ha 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 ha. Let's get... Well, I don't know what I've got actually. Let's use up what's in my inventory. Let's get some of this built up so we can sort of see what it looks like. I don't know what I've got on my inventory that's taken up all the space. Let's drop it all and pick up a bunch more stuff. Let's close this door. Oh, this is going to be one of these where it's going to take 500 years to do, is it? Do I just not have stuff in my build queue or something? No, I definitely do. So is something else holding me up? Production? There's nothing queued for production. So I do that and do that. Construction components. You're not withdrawing the construction components, even though you told me you had successfully... Oh, now you're working. Weird. Field planner is empty. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. I can't tell if it's like just weirdness that's stopping it from working, or if it's... I cannot withdraw lots and lots of interior plates. Why not? Why can you not withdraw interior plates? Do I not have interior plates? Interior plates. I have some. I have some. All in the grinder for some reason, which they shouldn't be, because the sorter should be pulling it out of... Oh, okay. So this is where they're in the grinder, but I can't get them out of the grinder because the storage ports are wrong that they're connected to. But I thought we had set it so that if I find the assembler, interior plates 100, should be trying to make 100 interior plates if it does not have interior plates on the base. I wonder if it counts the interior plates in the grinders as on the base, so it won't make any more. So do you know what? I think we're going to have to just get rid of all of these. And I should be able to just drop those in there, shouldn't I? Now those ones weren't on when we went to the other base, the ones on top. So that should be fine. But I suspect that's exactly what's happening, that the components on the grinders, even though they can't be withdrawn, the assembler was seeing we had them, so it would not produce any more. So if we do that, and just jump over my door, because security is very lax here. We also didn't put a door in here, did we? So let's rectify that situation, but we've got lights there, so we need to get rid of those lights. And then back over here, and back to door, and then I don't have the components for the door, so let's do that. Still don't have... Oh, it's because I've got other stuff in my build planner. There we go. Okay, so we have functional doors there, there, none there, but one there, and a door there. Okay, okay. It's already looking a bit more like an actual base, isn't it? And we can color all this as well, of course. So if I come over here now and say withdraw, yeah, that's looking better. I am hungry. Of course I am hungry. Food, please and thank you. Oh, I also saw that my suit energy is running low. So let's go and deal with that. Just bump this up a little bit. Now, I was hoping to be able to record this whole video in one go, but I think there's going to be a fair bit of off-screen stuff where I get this all built up, so I don't know if that's unfortunately going to be the case. Did I eat food? I did. Okay. But that's looking pretty good so far. Like I say, we need to move this all down one, which actually works out because there are 3 tiles between the assembler and the middle, and there are currently 4 tiles between the refinery and the middle. So actually bringing that forward one isn't the worst thing in the world. Are you currently doing anything? You are not currently doing anything. We are going to need to empty everything out of here, which actually worked out absolutely fine. And then let's disconnect you from the grid. Is there anything in here? Yep, that we're going to need to go and drop off somewhere. Of course, what's going to happen is we're not going to have the components we need to... I suppose I was going to say to build the refinery, but we're going to disassemble it first. So of course we'll have the components. Of course we will. So that is connected to nothing? Or is there a... Yeah, there's a port there, okay. Okay, so it's a bit of a pain that we're going to have to get rid of all of this stuff, but hey ho, let's do that. It has to happen, so let's get it done.
Inventory full.
I suppose I could have kept it connected whilst I ground down these bits just to save ourselves, like, 12 seconds of travel time. Whoop! Oh, that jumped up when I landed on it. That's kind of a nice little bit of physics interactions. I'm a big fan of that. And then let's get rid of this. This is going to be quite a lot to get rid of. I think I have quite a lot of components.
Inventory
like immediately full inventory as soon as I just touch it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Is it because I'm not getting rid of some? Oh, I've got some ammo in there, which won't go in there because that's full. So let's find large container. Yep, that one's fine. Pop that in there. That saves a little bit of extra space. Allows us to do a fraction of a second more grinding before it fills up. Every little helps. We have an unknown signal that I'm going to ignore. We also need to build up these bits. Let's drop that in there. Grab that. It's a nice little chance to do this while they're exposed. I don't know why the welder stops working. It doesn't stop working, but it stops making sound sometimes. And whilst I've just noticed this one is also unbuilt, let's get that one done as well. Alright then, so we need a refinery, which I might have on my hotbar somewhere. Yes, I do, it's there. So it's not that one, it's this one, and it needs to be 3 back from here. 1, 2, 3. I don't have the bits for it. Of course I don't have the bits for it. So one thing I do want to check before I place it down is just looking for additional ports on the bottom, which there isn't, which is fine. I've forgotten where we were. 1, 2, 3. There? Or is that only 2? That's only 2. That's not where I want it. That's not where I want it at all. I want it there. Yes, that's where I want it. Right, let's start building this up. This will take a little bit of back and forth. Oh, I need to put it in my build planner. And then we'll get it connected up. probably going to take me a little while to get the steel plate, because it's trying to build 100 at a time, I think. And I'm just stealing them all as we go. Almost there, though. A few more steel plate. And then a couple of large steel tubes. There we go. Perfect. Is there something else in my build plan? Yes, let's get rid of that. So that's where we want that. And then we're going to want to get it connected up. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put that there instead.
Inventory full.
Inventory is full. Let me just drop something down there.
Inventory full.
Okie dokie. Let's pop all that stuff in there. And hope you didn't notice that I pressed the wrong button. Ha 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 ha. Let's get some of these. So we want one of those. Oh. Try that again. We want one of those. We want an S1. Or not an S1, it's like a carved one. And then we want another one of those there. Which I think is going to be... Nope. That way. I'd like it facing the other way round, really. Let's go around the other side. So we want that there. Let's get all of this built up. I can't reach that one underneath now, can I? Clown. Let's get that built up. And then put that down there. Run out the bits for it. That's the straight one. That's going to go there. There we go. Right, let's get that built. Let's get that built. At least then it's all connected. Oh, and I've got a phone call. Honestly, this is why I struggle to record, because whenever I try, stuff just kicks off. Right, where were we? We were doing, not you, we were doing you. Okay, cool. So we've got the refinery back up and running. That's the main thing. We've got that in place. Obviously, it all needs to be coloured and everything. That can all happen at another time. But now that's all in place, we can carry on with the walls. Where did we get to with this? Wall, 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 light. So light, 1, 2, 3. Do we want another light there? Probably wouldn't hurt, would it? There we go, that's the right button. So if we get another light in there, and then wall, wall, wall. I don't really care about lights at the back corner, because we're never going to really see it, so I don't really care about that. Pop that in there. Inset wall, inset wall, inset wall. My phone's going again. This is absolute madness. Right, where are we now? Oh, it's just the one more to go in there then, isn't it? Perfect. Right. So I think that's all the lower bits done now. And obviously they all need to be built, but they're all in place. Let's get a few of these built up. Just so we can see what it's like. We can think about what we're going to do above it. So let's get those, and let's do a few down this side as well. Add a few of those in, grab some bits, run over here. Start making noise again. That must be the mod that does that, I'm guessing. Right, so we've got a nice little run of wall there, showing us where everything's going and where the lights are placed, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, that is right. And that one little weird blue light there as well, for reasons unknown to man. So what are we going to want above that? We want to go at least as high as the refinery, don't we? Which is massive. Which is absolutely massive. Do we want interior walls on top? I guess we probably do. Just to match what's already there. We don't want... let's come back over here again. Let's also get some bits. We don't want those ones, obviously, do we? Could get some pipe work above it, which I'm not completely against, and I think might look quite good. Maybe. And then we've just got the standard interior walls, which we'd probably just put like that. Or we could just put standard walls on top, like steel blocks. Tell you what, let's do Let's do a couple of those. Let's do one of those. Let's do one of those. And then on top of that, let's put a couple of standard walls. And we're just going to try a few little things. So if we do that and then put some pipe on top, maybe. And then if we just did a standard light armor block, what would that look like? So let's get some of those built up. And see what that... Hello? Why did I go so fast backwards? And see what all of this is going to look like. The thing with the interior walls is that they do use a lot more components, don't they? I'm hungry and I can no longer function as an engineer. Let's get that done. I am going to miss seeing all that over there. I know you had the window pieces. I wonder if there's a an angled window piece. Didn't want to crouch, wanted to do that. There we go. It's got a bunch of components that I don't think it really needs. Let's use up some of the stuff in my inventory. Right. It's empty, is it? How can it possibly be empty? Oh, lots of nasty, nasty, miserable sounds there. Right. How can I not have the construction components to build that? Is it because I got something weird in the way? If I just do that, empty that, grab that, that works fine now. Ah, it's because the pipework ones have large steel tubes and stuff as well. Okay, which I guess makes sense. Even the interior walls have to... I don't know what's going on with my build planner. It's not behaving as I would expect it to. Which I'm sure is 100% user error. This just... Oh, come on now. Why is none of this working? Yeah, so just looking at the time, we're almost certainly going to have to spread this recording across a couple of days, unfortunately. I have been recording for quite some time now, but simply because of all the distractions and everything that I've had to go through, we are going to be running quite short on time to get a full video done, unfortunately. But we can get this done.
Energy low.
Energy's low, food is in red. Let's eat some more food. And yes, someone did point out, I think it was Dave, was it? Pointed out in the comments that I have not really done anything else with the food stuff. Like there's no farming or anything that's been done. So that looks something like that. Right. You know, I'm not a massive fan of the standard interior wall from the side. I don't want to put it like that, because I don't want the lights facing in, because it's going to just merge sort of in with the flooring, isn't it? I quite like the pipework being the sort of second layer. Quite like the idea of that. It'll give it a nice industrial sort of feeling, won't it? I'm not overly fussed which pipework it is. I kind of like this one, whatever this one happens to be. Pipeworks A. I kind of like Pipeworks A because it's got that bit of yellow in there, which I think just makes it look a little bit different. So what if we did Pipeworks A? If we just get rid of all this now that I spent all that time doing that, we no longer want you.
Inventory full.
Inventory is of course full. So we get rid of all of that, and then we put in Pipeworks A. There, and there, and there. And then on top of that, we just pop in... Can't, because we haven't got the bits for it. Some just standard wall blocks. Just empty out our inventory of anything we've got in there. Grab some of this. I'm also not going to be able to see my ship, which I'm also not a massive fan of. So maybe this sort of... Oh, it'd be too high to really see them, won't it? Trying to think, like, if we put a window in.
Energy critical.
Energy is critical. Okay, let's run over here and get some energy. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. I think we're going to be one steel tube short. No, we're okay. Is that just because there's stuff left in the planner? Yeah, let's get rid of it. So I think that's what we would go with. And I don't mind that. The blocks on top is a bit plain, but that's okay. Yeah, I think I like that. And it doesn't look ridiculous from the back. No, it is going to make landing our ships a bit more of a risky maneuver. Yeah, definitely not the interior walls, because they look silly with those bits on the side there. I don't mind those bits, because that just sort of breaks it up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we would go with. It does look like I've got like a weird skin on or something? Because it looks like it's a bit knackered, but I can't tell which one's highlighted. If any of them are highlighted. I've literally no idea. But we can always sort that out afterwards as well. So we're going to get rid of all that, and we'll stick with that then. Pipework all around the top layer, or the middle layer there. We do want windows in somewhere. If we have a little look in here and look for windows. Yeah, there's no corner window piece. Which is a shame, because you've got the rights and the middles. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was like a corner piece. We could just put like bay windows all around it, I suppose, because there is... Did I see a corner for that? Yeah, there is a corner for that, so we could do that. So maybe we'll do that in some places. And maybe we want to mix up the A's and the B. Maybe we don't want B's all the way around. I don't know. I do like it. Maybe we want to mix it up a little bit. We'll think about that another time, I suppose. Okay, so we've got doors, we've got doors, we've got doors. Probably I'll go in another door there at some point. And maybe we'll just get rid of that door and just have a door there and like a walkway going around. Maybe we'll do that. You are freaking out slightly. Please don't destroy yourselves in the process. But yeah, it already feels like an actual base. We've only done a tiny little bit, and that's already enough to make it feel better. Already. Love it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh my word. That is like the bane of my existence. I understand the limit, and I know you can change it a bit as well. But I don't want to be like sort of too scummy with options. I don't know if I know you can get some upgrades for your suit and stuff. I don't know if you can get upgrades for that though. We'll have to think about where we might put windows in to see the ships. It'd be nice if there was like pipework end pieces. So, because if I put like a window in there now, that's going to look a bit silly, isn't it? We could just do a quick test, I suppose, couldn't we? If we look for window, and it might look a bit silly just having window pieces anyway. We do have these half window bits. Maybe that would look slightly better. Oh, I'm going to need to get some bits for it. Of course, of course, of course. So we have these bits, but that would go like that, which is going to look quite silly. Or it would be, if we go over the other side for this, or it would be like this. Or would we want it like that? It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, not those ones. Definitely not those ones. Doesn't look too bad from here, apart from the fact that it butts up against the pipework, and I don't like that so much. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a think about it, and then obviously from the outside it looks quite silly indeed, doesn't it? So I don't think any of that's going to work. I'm pretty sure none of that's going to work.
Inventory full.
Ah. So where were the other... If we go back to this one... Thank you. So it'd be these ones or the other ones. Let's pop that in there. So if I did... See, that doesn't fill up the whole thing either, does it? So that's technically the right-hand piece, but I wouldn't want it showing the pipework again. So I would want it there instead, but then you got the problem where... Yeah, no, you do want it that way, don't you? Indeed. And then you're going to have the thing where it's not going to line up with that, and there's going to be a big step backwards. But I do like the idea of seeing my ships. So maybe we would do something like, if we get rid of this... if we go back to this one... Wasn't there... Where's the... Alright then, it has been like 2 days since I recorded the first part of this video. Because of reasons involving my small child falling over and hurting her ankle and having to be brought home from school yesterday so I could take her for an x-ray. She's fine. Everything's fine. Obviously, that had a bit of an impact on my ability to... I was going to do it yesterday at like lunchtime. I was like, I set time aside in my lunch break. Like, blocked out my calendar, like no meetings. Not going to have lunch, just going to finish recording this video. And then I got that call about 10:20 yesterday morning, so that was the end of that. But in the meantime, I've done a little bit. You can see I've ground down a little bit of the old broken trapjaw. Done a couple of inventories worth. I cannot get that block there for some reason. So that is largely gone now. There's all the floor is pretty much there and a bit of the wing on the side there. And I've had a bit of a play around over here, and this is what I've come up with. And I like this. I like this. So we're using the sloped blocks on the bottom with the window in the middle, and then sloped blocks on top to retransition them in. A little corner piece there to sort of, it doesn't quite match up properly, but at least it gives a bit of a sort of a soft transition. That's what we're good with. It's got a soft transition into it. And then sticking with the sort of normal blocks we had on the bottom, the inset wall pieces, and then the sci-fi walls for the top there. I went with the sci-fi because they're a little bit interesting from the front, and they're not too ridiculous from the back. Like, it doesn't look... What does that even say? High voltage. It doesn't look massively out of place like some of the other blocks did with their rear pieces, because I left like room to put one layer of wall around the base. I probably should have done at least a couple of tiles, 2 or 3 tiles of space either side, but you know, live and learn, live and learn. So this is what we're going to do. So we have a plan. So I might finish, I may have to get rid of pretty much all of this and then obviously build it all, and it's going to be a right old hassle. But maybe we'll do that off camera a little bit because we know what we're doing now. So we do know that we need to get rid of this, and we need to get rid of this, and we need to get rid of this. Hello. I do like that window there. I think that looks good. It is a reasonable height. It gives you a sort of it doesn't matter where you are really. You can sort of see the ship there. I like that. That's what I wanted from it. So we can need to, oh, let's get rid of this one first before that falls off. And our inventory is basically full again. Yes, we know we need to get rid of all of it. I've changed over to the other pipework blocks because although I liked the yellow to start with because I thought it made a nice sort of like accent. I have gone off it a little bit. Now that I've sort of spammed them all over the place, I was like, oh, I'm not sure I actually like that. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We'll put, I don't know what we'll probably put a pipework block like that above the door, then another transitional piece, then the window and all the bits we need there, and there's some just random components there. Let's drop those off. So that's what we're going to do, and then we'll just follow that around. So pipes when we can, corner pieces in the corners. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. It's interesting. It's not just like a flat color like our floor is, unfortunately. No, but at least it breaks it up a little bit here and there. Yeah, I like it, and I love the window there, so we can actually see outside. That looks really nice. Awesome. So we're probably not going to have a window in the corner to see this stuff, which is a bit of a shame. We could maybe fit a window in there on those three, because neither of these are lights. Because that really determined where the transitional pieces were. These angled interior walls, they had to go in between the lights because you can't put lights on these walls, and I do want lights around. Now we could put lights on the ones above them, but then we'd have an angled interior wall at the bottom and then like a half block there, then another transitional piece. I don't know. I like the fact the window's sort of inset there. I think that looks quite nice. So we could maybe put another one there and then one over there. I don't know, but that's a light there, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to forego the fact that we're going to see our lovely windmills. That's just not going to be a thing we're going to have, and that's okay. That's okay. Looks like the sun is actually about to come up. Sky is a little bit lighter, and our solar array is pointing towards the mountains over there where we know that stuff is. So we have a lot of this to do. We have a lot of this to do, and possibly some removing of bits over there to do as well. And the other thing we said we needed to do was fall down here and hurt ourselves. That is perfect. Thank you, game. No, the other thing we said we needed to do was to fix this. Because this ain't right. We need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this. And actually we've got a problem in that if we disconnect the cockpit, it disconnects the connector and it's no longer on anything. So what we actually need to do is build like a temporary landing gear. Which is in one of these menus somewhere. There we go. We need to build a temporary landing gear. Just so we can get it down and get the cockpit off without the ship falling over. Because that would be no good. So let's, if we just angle the camera and then bring, hello. Don't need to quite that zoomed out. And we bring this down. Yep, that landing gear has now locked. That is perfect. I pressed X. Yeah, so that's what we're going to want. And then we have to get rid of these. And this. And this. And this, and we have some stuff in our inventory. Let's get rid of that for the moment. And we have to get rid of this. Right, and then this is where we have to start thinking a bit. So we need a conveyor junction to go there. And we'll build this, or we'll try to build this up as we go. I dropped stuff in. There we go. Which was probably not what I wanted to do. So we need a conveyor junction there. Followed by, now bearing in mind our cockpit is going to be about there-ish. So we're going to need a Do I have the converter somewhere there? I need to cough. Hang on a second. Right, so I completely forgot what the mute mic combo was for my keyboard, and I definitely coughed into the microphone. So I'm really hoping I remember to remove that in post. I notice it. If I don't, I apologise greatly. So we're going to pop that one there, and then we need that one there. That one there. And then we're going to want S. Why am I in sorters? I want junctions. There we go. Give me a curved conveyor tube. Hello? Hello, curved conveyor tube. Where are you? What? Why? There we go. Why is it not giving me the right... I do not understand what's happening. Where is my, like, reinforced conveyor tube? I'm sure it was on that, wasn't it? Yeah, it's there. But I can't put it on there. Why can I not put it on there? Is it because it's not built up? That doesn't make any sense to me. Is it because it's classed as a small grid ship? Quite probably. There's an unknown signal over there. We'll keep a bit of an eye on that. So maybe we can't use a curved conveyor. One of the... oh, because it's got small blocks on top. Wait, what have I put there? I've put a... Okay, that's the wrong bit. I don't want that. Or maybe I do want that. Maybe that's all you can put on there because it's a small ship. Yeah, that's probably all you can put on there because it's a small ship. Okay. How do you change? Is it U? No. T? No. R? No. Oh my word, what is it? There we go. So that is the one that I want. That's just all we're going to be able to use. But then I want this to be... Oh, so this only has it on 4 sides. So that's not going to work. Oh. Oh, diddly oh. So we don't have a standard junction with like a 3-way large connector. Oh, that's very frustrating. Maybe we'll just have to stick with the 2 grinders then. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Just going to stick with the 2 grinders. Oh man, that's infuriating is what that is. That's infuriating. I'm flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Oh well. Not a lot we can do about it. So let's pop that back down there. Get that built up. Get this built up. Nope. I really could do with the conveyor like junction closer so I don't have to run quite as far. Or just take out the sorter, but I like the sorter. Right, so we need a cockpit. Where... We've got cockpits there. What cockpit did we have before? I think we had this one. Don't have the steel plate for it. Of course we don't. Let's run over here. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think and it's hurting my poor brain. There's nothing we can really do, is there? Because we don't even have like a T-piece. No, we'd have to move the engines and then have them... I can't think of a way of getting multiple grinders on there. No, I really can't. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we need grinders, which are this one. That's a welder. That's also a welder. Do I not have grinders anywhere? I guess... Oh, wait. What's that? Grinder. Okay, so we're going to put a grinder on there and a grinder on there. We're going to go back to the 2 grinders. Mild shame, but hey diddly ho, hey diddly ho. And then we want a connector to go... Oh, hang on. Now the connect... Oh, no, because... Yeah, the connector can go under the cockpit still. Like that. I think that's fine. Let's just use up what we've got on our inventory. And then go and grab the rest of the bits we need. I don't know what I've got in my inventory, so I'll drop that off. And let's get this built up. Did we finish that? Yep. And let's get that built. There. Okay, so that's what we're going to have. Yeah, I can't think how we could get... But like I say, no matter. So now we should be able to grind off this. We no longer need you. And then we can reconnect our ship. Except we have lost all of the all of our things. So we need connector down here, which is on switch lock. We need groups. We need our batteries, which are going to be recharge on off. And we need all of our thrusters, which are going to be toggle block on off. And then we need our forward thrusters, toggle on off. And then we need our grinder blocks down there. So now if we go 9, 8, 7. Cool. Cool. So it's a little bit chunkier at the front. Not a lot, but a little bit. It does really overhang, and we really need to do something about the down thrusters destroying everything as we come in. But we'll work on that. So now we should be able to go to Morel's Hope and actually fill this up. Was there anything else we wanted to achieve today? With the sun coming up, which is beautiful. Never rebuilt our cryopod. So what do we want to achieve today? We've got base building. We've done a little bit of that. I might do some off camera and pop it in at the end of the video. We've done that. Let's go and give this a test, I suppose. Let's empty all of this out. And if we pop into here, do you still have the same grid name? You do. Okay, excellent. So we probably need to make this now a Mark II. And then we need to 789, bring it up, pop out. Put our dampeners on, and then we need to control B. Yes, grinder Mark II. Perfect. I don't see... Oh, there's the grinder Mark I. Okay, excellent. So that should be about done. We do need a better name for it. But it can wait, Let's go and give this a bit of a test. Let's turn our forward-facing thrusters off. Our grinders are working. Do we have a nice little bit of room between... Oh, not that. Not a lot of room in front of them, but there should be enough. I suppose I could have brought it one forward. But let's go and destroy some of Morel's Hope, because that's one of our sort of key things, isn't it? We don't want Morel's Hope. We want it to die in a fire. But as we don't have a fire to burn it to death in, we're just going to grind it down to nothing. That's what we're going to do. And we've got 46,000 litres of space. So we should be able to get rid of lots of Morel's Hope. I'm hoping. And then, I don't know, I suppose when we get rid of the antenna, it'll remove... I might have already got rid of the antenna. No, it looks like it is still there. And then maybe we'll go check out the trade station again at some point. And again, we also have the LCE bits over there and there, which may or may not attack me. I've got absolutely no idea. Who knows? Yeah, I'm just looking at the connectors on the storages, and I can't see a way of really getting that to get more grinders on. Okay. Right, so we are getting very close. Let's pop back in. Let's turn our reverse thrusters off. And let's start having a go at grinding some of this down. It definitely works. And now the way it's connected should mean that it's able to... Well, it actually tells me the grid will split if removed. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's slow. I need more grinders. How can I get more grinders on without changing the entire ship? I could just sacrifice the fact that some of the grinders won't be able to transfer stuff into the storage, but I don't want to do that. It's very slow to roll. Very slow to roll. And I'm just not entirely convinced that it's actually faster than me just running around and doing it. Look how long that's taken. Look how long that's taken. I know that's something I have seen in one of the series that I've sort of been watching a little bit, that my reputation with the space pirates is increasing because I'm taking out this faction here. And you can get to a point where the space pirates end up quite... Okay, that's fine. We don't want that. Where the space pirates actually end up quite friendly. Because you've just taken out bits of factions they don't like, and there isn't really a reason space pirates should ever be friendly. Space pirates should always detest you, and there is a mod where you can make space pirates constantly hostile. So I think we will probably do that at some point. Yeah, this is going to take so... Look how long it's taken. Look how long it's taken. This is no good. This is no good. Just have a little quick look in our inventory. Grinders are empty. Everything's gone into our storage containers. We've only used like 1/3 of one of the containers. So we can carry quite a lot. We just need to be able to grind it down faster. And we definitely need more gyros, because this is painful. Right, let's head back to base. And let's maybe think about having another rebuild. Yet another rebuild of the old the grinder ship. Alright, back at base. So what I'm thinking is we just have to move these thrusters, right? That's all there is to it. We just have to move these thrusters. So let's... Oh, I can't drop stuff into there. Okay. That's... Oh, I can drop stuff in there though, can't I? So let's take these off. And then rather than having the grinders on top of each other vertically as we had before, we're just going to have them side by side. And I really need to remember what the copy button was, but I can't remember, so it doesn't matter. So let's just pop in another conveyor junction, which I'm not going to pick up from there. So let's run down here and grab some bits. So another conveyor junction and another conveyor junction. And then we need... Where did I see grinders? There. Obviously we don't have the bits for the grinders, but saying that, let's get these ones built up before we go and try and pick up more stuff. And then if we find the grinders again, bring that out. Grab a couple of those. Pop one there. One there. Right, then we just need engines back. Where do I have engines? There. Okay, so we need... And we've got all this space on top, basically, haven't we? So we can just go like... 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go and grab the bits for all of these. Let's drop off what we've got. One. Oh, okay, well, there's going to be a bit of running back and forth, I think, isn't it? Lots of running back and forth. Alright, that's fine. What have I got in my build? It's just the engines, yeah. So why did you not pick up the bits that you needed then? 1,099 motors it's trying to pick up. You only need 90 motors. So what is going on there? Let's go over to the other side where there's an empty one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop everything in, pick everything up. It's a little more reasonable. It's not trying to pick up 1,000 motors anymore. No, that's not as reasonable. Would we not have walls down there? Okay, so yeah, some work needs to be done down there. It's not how I envisioned that area being, just open to the atmosphere. So let's get these built up. Let's get the groupings done again, so we'll have to increase the welder group as well as redo the forward thruster group. I don't think it's clever enough that it'll do that automatically. Right, that should be good to go now then. So I've done all the grouping, all the engines are built. I've also added in another 4 gyroscopes on the back there, so they'll hopefully give us a little bit more rotational capacity. So we should be good to go. I did think there was one thing we could maybe do to get more grinders on if we needed them, which was we could put a block rather than this way. If we do it this way, and then another one on top, and then another one there, we could get another 2 grinders where the outside engines are, if you see what I'm saying. Couldn't do in them the sort of inside ones because the batteries are in the way there. And I think even the storage container would be in the way as well, so that wouldn't work. But we could potentially get another 2 above these ones. I don't know if we want another 2 above those ones, but for now that has at least doubled the grinding speed for anything that happens to be within the grinding range of both at the same time. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it works. Okay, so that's that done. So we need a little bit of base work. We need to finish grinding down this. And I think that's probably a good place for us to sort of think about stopping. That one's quite far away. That must have spawned when we were over there. Yeah, so I think we need to think... Oh, no, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to get our... What modules did we have here? Are they just called modules? Yes. Speed module, yield... It was a yield module, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do need to get those built up again. Oh, I've managed to put that over my my welder, which is frustrating. So let's pop our welder back on there. Excellent. And I'll get these ground up. Ground up? Nope, the other thing. Get these built. Do some of this. Maybe go and grind down some of Morel's Hope. And yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it there then. So yeah, I will try and get at least 3 blocks all around the base. I think that's 4 blocks high. Yeah, that looks like it's 4 blocks high. But if we can get 3 blocks, that puts us in a really nice position then. And then we can start thinking about like a roof of some form. And internal walls are going to be a pain. These two will be okay, but this food processor would be in the way of putting internal walls. And in fact, those would be in the way there. I suppose I could put it over the over that bit. But yes, I don't know if we're going to have any sort of internal walls necessarily. But if we can get some external walls in, it'll at least start feeling like a base. So that's what I'm going to do. I will also try and match these landing pads to these ones with these same slopes. See if we can get that done as well and that coloured in. We need to colour and name the grinder. We need to grind down Morel's Hope. We've got the 2 PCE things. But yeah, I have no idea how long this video is because as I've recorded it, as I mentioned, over 2 days, but 3 days by the time because I had a day in the middle where I didn't do anything. And I've got no idea how much of the last one is actually usable footage or how much of this one is. I say usable footage like there's stuff in there where I'm like completely messing up. Well, there is. That's the usable stuff where I'm messing up. So yeah, don't know how long the video is going to be. It might even just be like 40 minutes or something, or it might be 2 hours. Who knows? But we're going to leave that there. So I am back in Space Engineers. That's the main thing. That's what we're happy to see, right? So we need to get this done. I might even put some lights then, like outside here, pointing at the ships. That could be quite nice, I think. I quite like the idea of that. That'll light up. I know that ship's got its own lights on. That one doesn't yet, so it definitely needs some lights. It is a very cloudy day, which I'm guessing means our solar panels are probably not working all that well. Do they have lights on? They do, yeah. They are definitely not working all that well, but you know, is what it is. We've got so much food. I didn't show you when I grabbed some extra food out to whap in my inventory. So I've got like 380 kelp crisps. And we do need to get into proper farming at some point, as someone mentioned. Just not now. Just not right now. We've got stuff to do. We've got so much stuff to do. All right then. Well, I hope you are pleased to see me back in Space Engineers. I am very pleased to be back. I will see you next time. And as always, thank you so very, very much for joining me.